After a while, the girl was still frightened as she carefully observed everything inside the cold weapon training room again. She exclaimed, "Oh my god! Is this any different from a landfill?" The girl gritted her teeth angrily. Smoking head, she hit the wall hard to vent her anger. Accidentally hit the communication machine. A beep sounded. That guy, looking white and clean on the outside, unexpectedly turned out to be an unclean person. Suddenly, there was a sound next to her, causing her to stop for a moment. Looking over, she saw an automatic cleaning robot running in. It held up the vacuum cleaner tube and made a sound. The cleaning program starts. The robot started cleaning up the red-haired girl, still with a puzzled expression on her face. It was difficult for him. He created this much trash in a small cultivation room. At this moment, there were a few feathers flying in the room, startling her. What is this? Popcorn? And feathers? When the red-haired girl was facing a pile of mess in the room, she imagined the young man Chavo running around grilling meat in the practice room, which is why there was so much trash. What does this count as? Camping and watching a movie? How about making another barbecue, right? Suddenly, her mind began to think of something when she remembered the beeping sound from the information machine on the wall earlier. Wait, how could he create this much trash in a few hours? In the gym, it is completely forbidden to bring anything other than cold weapons, not even water. Only during exercise does trash create weather, so she quickly went back to the computer to check. System? Displays recent workout progress. After looking at the screen, she exclaimed in anger. What? Stage 5? Full detailed information is displayed. Cold Weapons Training Room Number 8. Practice progress, name, Chavo, first year student. Training level, 5th stage. 100% complete. Completed? How could you? At this moment, her eyes were pale and her mouth was open, her whole body motionless as she thought to herself. Of all the greatest martial arts schools, over the years, the tallest people only reach the 3rd stage. Stage 3 is already the ultimate realm that can be reached. Stage 5 is the master level or higher that can be achieved. It seemed like she still couldn't believe what she saw. Incorrect. I think it's stupid. With age, he doesn't look as good as me. How can I reach the master? Great master? Let me look at it again. Ha! Suddenly the display goes into lost connection mode. She was surprised. Damned, what the hell, the machine is broken. After a while of being shocked and looking at Chavo's information, her training session was over. She had to leave the room. As she walked, she still couldn't believe it and muttered, I was daydreaming just now. At this time, the training room was cleaned and sparkling clean by the robot. Scene change, Chavo is making a medicine tube. Unexpectedly, after exercising, taking additional supplements, the body's absorption ability is even better than before. Chavo's aura began to radiate again. The young man continued to throw his fists. Use your strength to cultivate the immortal golden body for a while and then stop. The aura at this time seemed extremely strong. The young man looked at the aura showing on his palm and thought, incredible. The cultivation effect of the 2nd stage of the golden immortal body is double the normal. I can clearly feel it. Many places in the body that were previously uncultivated are now fully cultivated. According to this progress, completing the 2nd stage of the golden body of immortality may be half as early as expected, perhaps completed before officially being promoted to the rank of Grand Master. The following days, very simple and orderly. Every morning he practiced his physical techniques following the path of the master. Had lunch, then checked the progress of the Marshall St. Tower queue, then rushed straight to the Cold Weapons Training Room. Practiced the 5 stages of training. At night, I practice constantly refining physical techniques, natural breathing methods plus the crystal dharma. When you're tired of practicing, then enter the fantasy space to fight. A week later. The 5th stage of Cold Weapons training has all been completed. At this moment, Chavo thought confidently. Within a week, the value of my vitality and blood has increased threefold. A single attack can create more than 5 times more combat power than before. Only the subtle points would be obvious if it weren't for the Cold Weapons Training Room that gives me inspiration. I didn't know that my martial arts foundation still had so many weaknesses and strong points. Although these small things are very small and insignificant, if you reach level 7 or 8 and want to go back and add more, you won't be able to anymore. While the young man left the Cold Weapons Training Room, the red-haired girl hid behind him, stalking him. She then called 3 other people who were hiding to come out. He's gone. Hurry up, follow me quickly. Entering Chavo's practice room, the red-haired girl was extremely pleased because she had guessed correctly. Am I lying? See for yourself. Meanwhile, the remaining 3 people's mouths were open. Question marks appeared in their minds when they saw the scene before them. Oh my god. What is this? Looking at the notice board, the group was even more frightened. Cold Weapons Training Phase 5 has completed it all. A male student screamed. Oh my god. There are actually 5 stages. The male student in brown shirt and the female student in yellow shirt checked the communication device and exclaimed in disbelief. What a monster. Cold weapon training also has phase 5. At this time, the blue-shirted male student knelt on the floor. He then picked up the popcorn and feathers and was puzzled. What is this? Can you hit these things? Quickly take a photo and post it to the school group, it will definitely cause a stir in level 15. The red-haired girl was not surprised because it was the second time she saw this scene. She said, "It's useless, I already posted it, everyone said it was a collage, a photoshopped photo posted just to get likes, I argued a few more questions and my account was locked. I told you, Chao Vo has completed 5 stages of cold weapons training, you still don't believe it. And not just once, he crossed the threshold once every day." The guy in the blue shirt held up a dragon feather melon and asked with a sweaty face, "You say? Chao Vo's power. Can he surpass Tran Wai Huin, who was at the top of the student table?" The red-haired girl burst into laughter. "You guys don't understand at all what stage 5 in the cold weapon training room means. Chao Vo's understanding of cold weapons has probably reached a new level. Challenging lower levels is as simple as eating and drinking. Defeating opponents of the same level is like for children. Stage 5 cold weapons training has been completed. He's definitely unbeatable at the same level. Let alone the top 10 student rankings. Even the top 10 saint rankings, probably not even his opponent." Listen to the red-haired girl say this. The remaining students held their heads and grimaced. "Oh my god, so what do we do now? Is it a pointless trip to come here? What does it mean to know?" It was uncomfortable. The feeling of discovering an earth-shattering secret but not being able to tell it is truly unpleasant. "I don't know," the red-haired girl thought and said. "Well, let's pretend we don't know anything." With Chao Vo's usual action style, his true power certainly cannot be hidden for long. Suddenly she flashed an extremely cunning smile. "I have a hunch. He is preparing something." At the same time, Chao Vo was sweating looking at his phone. Waited all week. Finally it's my turn. Find a message on your phone from Marshall Saint Tower. It's your turn to enter Marshall Saint Tower. Please arrive within 10 minutes. Otherwise, your entry will be cancelled. 10 minutes, enough time for me to go home to shower and change clothes. Suddenly, he saw a message announcing the mission he had registered for the day before. Chao Vo student, your AA level assignment has been approved. This is an urgent mission. Please go to the mission center immediately. Why doesn't the time come? Sometimes it comes like this. Since both the quest and the tower entry are at the same time, he can only choose one of them. After thinking for a while, Chao Vo could only come up with a plan. Marshall Saint Tower has special privileges for students of Marshall Saint University. You can still line up every week, but AA level quests don't come every day. The reapproval process is slow and approval is uncertain. Chao Vo immediately disassembled his spear and put it in his suitcase. This time I should still choose the quest. Let's go to the mission center. 7 Marshall Saint Universities, each owning a Marshall Saint Tower. Students of each Marshall Saint University who use their school's Marshall Saint Tower can enjoy many privileges. This is the privilege and pride of Marshall Saint University. Students of other Marshall Saint Universities can also enter the Marshall Saint Tower of other schools, if it surpasses the highest floor record. The losing party will lose the right to use it for 1 year. At this time, a guy entered the Marshall Saint Tower. One girl asked, "Book Marshall Saint Tower A. Please submit your application here." The girl read the application and was startled. Martial Arts University 4, Wu Wei Xiong. At this time, the registered name had red eyes and a muscular body, looking extremely strong and mysterious. He laughed, "Haha, right. I am Wu Wei Xiong, who ranks 6th on the 7 Saints rankings. Come here to challenge Marshall Saint Tower, while waiting for new parts. My channel has a lot of good stories so everyone can watch and support me so I can have the motivation to quickly release new parts. I'm extremely grateful."